Slate. I'm Sage.
I'm Rob.
Gordo.
Mac.
Austin.
Welcome back. This is episode number 2. What are we kicking off with today, guys?
I believe we're going over a review of all the events and local things we've been to in between all of us. I think all of us have taken part in a little bit of each event. So I think we're just going to do a recap and give a shout outs to everybody that was involved. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I like that. So I think the first thing that we can kick off was Bomb City Con. We had a great showing over there. Austin was our presenter over there and got some great interviews, as well as Mac and Sage right over here. Rob, you got a few on that too?
Yeah. I got some furry enemies. Yeah.
That was funny. But we got to see a lot of really cool costumes and a lot of really different things, and we really appreciated the opportunity from Bomb City Con. They actually didn't have anybody ready to film anything over there or give kind of representation for them. So it was a really good thing for us to be able to actually go out and do something like that.
It was a good turnout. Like, it was cool because that's one area that I don't think gets a lot of recognition when it comes to cons and stuff. Like, sometimes people look at cons and they're like what you said, furries. It's like, oh, furries. And that's all it is. But it's like, no, there's a lot that goes into it. Like, a lot of detail, small businesses, people that are literally putting their passion out there. I mean, I have a friend and she does a bunch of stuff with like horror films, and she like makes her own stuff and like sells it, and it's awesome to see, and like that's their livelihood too. So it's also like a good outlet for that. So
No, yeah, going into that with the costumes, yeah, there was a lot of people that with the outfits that they made, it was a lot of people that they were shouting out that were local. So there was a lot of people that got contracted to make their costumes and stuff like that. And so the outfits that they had were put together by themselves, and then a lot of local, I guess, outfit makers.
I got to see some of my favorite shows too. The people who are dressed up. I mean, I've been trying to get people to watch Castlevania for a long time.
I love Castlevania.
I got to run into somebody with the Alucard and the dress up. Man, that was cool.
Yeah, called them out the crowd. Yeah, I remember that. They were like, hey.
I like, get over here.
Yeah.
Get over here. We got an interview.
No, yeah, that was legit. No, it was a good crowd. It was a good crowd. And yeah, it was I think the biggest thing is, like Austin said, is it's a lot of people like that, not people like that, but events like that don't get a lot of recognition. And for us to go out there, so many people wanted to talk to us. It wasn't hard to find somebody that would like to do an interview, and especially talking about their outfits, the ideas behind it, and how many times they've been to a Comic-Con and where they're from and stuff like that. Because there was a lot of people from out of town.
yeah,
And I think it was just, I think there was one, she said she'd been like 30, I think,
Yeah.
something like that Sage had done. Yeah. That Gage had done an interview, and she said, I think it was like her 30th Comic-Con. So, I mean, it's a lot of people who are devoted to the craft and to the culture of the Comic-Cons. Yeah.
there was one. She said she had traveled from San Antonio.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
just like over the weekend just to be able to be there. I was like,
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
and then we
that's
got to see Don Fry, like
No,
anybody here that are like UFC and Pride, you know.
Yeah, soft
Yeah.
hands, boy. Yeah, he sounds exactly like that. Yeah,
Dude, it was crazy though. Like, seriously, just like, I mean, I watched him fight when I was growing up, and like, you know, everyone's like, oh, Don Fry Takayama, but it's like, if you watch the other fights that he did, so it's like, man, shaking that guy's hand, it's like concrete, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's like shaking hands with like a boulder. I was like, oh my gosh, dude, I would hate to get hit by you.
No, yeah, that was awesome to be
It
able
was
to meet
crazy.
people like that. Yeah. But yeah, I think that was an awesome event. We were able to make a video for them up on our Instagram, I believe on our Facebook also. And yeah, it was a great opportunity for all of us to be able to go out there and shoot a lot of footage for them and bring exposure to the Amarillo Comic-Con scene, especially for Bomb City. And so we appreciate everybody out there. And I believe we have their social media. If we want to go ahead and give that a shout out, we'll go ahead and tag it in the video caption also.
Yep, and that'll be at Bomb City Con. So you guys can hit their social media up and see what they got coming up here in the upcoming future.
If you didn't get involved, check it out. Maybe next time you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every year, Bomb City 2026 should be coming. I believe I think it was, when did we do it? April, March, April. Yeah. So look forward to that.
That's kind of what's exciting about us doing this right now, because like, being able to talk about it gets other people interested in it, and it's going to make it an even bigger event for the next year, which is like,
yeah.
I'm just ready for it. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
We're truly blessed to be able to sit here and be a voice for people, you know, and tell all these different stories of people who don't have outlets,
Yep.
you know. So.
Yeah. one of the guys that dressed up as a Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he was in character so good, and then afterwards he walks up and it was a guy I trained in jujitsu with, and I was just like,
Oh,
bro, you didn't even let me know that was you. He's like, nah. I was like, okay.
I'm Boba Fett right now. Yeah.
Well, that's what I love about this community. It's so small, and we actually get to interact with a whole bunch of people, and we see people that we don't even realize that we knew or like had been a part of. And that really leads me into our next segment. So we actually got to go and hang out with Idol Art Studio, which is a local studio here in Amarillo that likes to really try and promote local artists, actual local artists here in Amarillo that do all the art and everything, put in the work and groundwork with everybody too. They also help out the community with several clothing drives. And again, they're just a great community that always try and show off everyone here in Amarillo. And actually, I believe uh, it was only, I think, Robbie and Austin that were able to come on that one. But both of them were kind of like sick at the time. too.
Yeah, no, it was
just
flu season.
Those
Yeah, it
are
was flu season.
allergies, dude. Like,
Yeah.
So what happened to that one? Because I missed it. So what?
Yeah.
Give us a
So
recap.
on that one, so with the Idol Arts, so with their art, they try to open doors to a lot of different outlets, contemporary, abstract, all different kind of arts. And so with every event that they do, they try to kind of pick, I guess like
one topic.
a topic. And so the one that we went to was the Leprechaun horror film. And so all the art that they had there was based around the Leprechaun horror film. And so that was the thing with that one there, that was at their previous studio. Now they're at the bigger venue.
Yep.
Yeah.
That they have a lot more space to be able to set up a lot of the art. But yeah, every month what they do is they'll pick up a certain topic, and then they'll base all the art on that. And I believe I don't know how long the contestants have to enter all that, but if you go to their social media, you should be able to pick some up on there, and they'll give you more information.
So is that available like throughout the month, or do they have like a first Friday art walk like?
This one it was a once a month kind of thing. So I think if you look at their local schedule on their Facebook page and stuff like that, I think they post a lot on there for future events. So you should be able to go through the local events and see them pop up on there a few times.
For their local events, they usually they usually try and involve the community as much as possible. So they even have people from Rise Up Art Company that are doing their mural for them and their sign as well. And then they even have some of the other local artists that are donating some of their pieces to go ahead and try and build up some more funding. So it's a great place for people to go to get representation, but also those people are always going to put back into there because Jessie is an amazing person. She did a great job with that place. And again, kudos to her. And please follow them at Idol Art Studio. On social media. They are amazing. They will take care of you. And if you are an artist, please visit them.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jessie, man. She'll be your biggest supporter.
Yeah.
You will.
Yeah. Nothing but support from that lady since day one. Yeah.
So I guess next, do you want to talk about the West Texas Ranch Rodeo, Austin?
We can talk about the West Texas Ranch Rodeo. Yeah, so we did the West Texas Ranch Rodeo. It was pretty cool. We got to watch a lot of work with the cattle. Like they were doing the cutting them from the herd and everything with the team roping, and then the bronc riding, which bronc riding to me is like one of my favorite things to watch. Like, do you guys really know like the meaning of the bronc riding like at all? Like, all right, so like I'll go ahead and just sum it up shortly because I don't want to like go into too much detail. But basically, 8 seconds, right? You know, they're trained that way. Like these horses, like if they're not trained enough to buck enough, like then it's not going to be a good bucking horse. But it's something about watching it is so cool to me because like the points, it's how you move with it and stuff. And people always think like, oh, it's terrible watching what's happened to these horses. It's like, no, they're trained that way. It's like a bull. It's like bull riding. They're trained that way. So that was my favorite part to watch. Was the bronc riding was fun. But yeah, it was a cool event. We got to see a bunch of different local businesses doing their thing. There was one individual who had a really nice business, and she makes hats and stuff. And one of her hats got noticed by Lainey Wilson. Like for those of you who are like country music like fans, like I am, Lainey Wilson, very awesome musician. She wears this lady's hats, and so it's like really cool to see. So like she was really sweet, and yeah, it was cool. But yeah, West Texas Ranch Rodeo, bunch of cowboy stuff and just rodeo fun.
Yeah, and I know that one was another one that actually Rob stumbled into. They actually hit you
Yeah.
up, I believe, to try and get some exposure too, right?
Yes. Yeah. And so we did. We got hit up for that one to do the do a little video for them. They had seen what we've been doing before, wanted to get something like that to get a little exposure to West Texas Ranch Rodeo. And also that early morning, me and Gardo got to go out, and they had the World Blacksmith Championship here in Amarillo. And so with that, yeah, going into the bronco riding, the cattle herding, everything like that, that morning, that was something crazy to see these guys make. I mean, they would give them a piece of steel like that and be like, make a horseshoe. And I mean, that's from making the horseshoe to put it on the horse. And I mean, it was a crazy sight to see them, I mean, like bringing back like old school blacksmithing. And so with that video, I mean, it brought up, I mean, we had followers all the way from, I think, Brazil. Brazil has huge PBR and rodeo following.
Huge.
So shout out to you guys.
Yeah,
But because, but yeah, no, it's, and it's crazy because, I mean, we're here in the panhandle of Texas. And I mean, a big thing, I think, of just Texas, I mean, is a rodeo. And to see other countries that are so devoted and in love with the same kind of culture that we have around here, that, I mean, it speaks volumes over anything. And it was pretty cool to see how many people were like, yo, like it's awesome to see something like that. And like we had never seen it before. So to be able to share it with the world and like let them know that, yo, this is going on with in Amarillo, Texas was kind of awesome. And so it's and I mean, even people where they saw us walking around with our gear and they're like, yo, what are you guys doing? And then we're like, oh, we're shooting video, trying to bring exposure to it. And they were excited because we were doing that, because they're like, yo, more people need to know about these events. And so, I mean, like we're there for that, to bring, I mean, local Amarillo talent, Amarillo businesses, Amarillo local events to the scene. And for us to get reach out in Brazil, I mean, that's crazy. So hopefully next time some rodeo dude's like, yo, we need to go to Amarillo, Texas from Brazil. And so, I mean, because I mean, we got the same kind of love for rodeo just like they do. So, I mean, fingers crossed, that'd be pretty awesome. Yeah.
It's just an awesome, honestly, it's just an awesome profession. Like
No.
whether it be bull riding, bronc riding, horse cutting, horse reining, like I watch horse reining and horse cutting every day. I probably watch it too much, but it's like
It's day. You watch it every day.
yes, I
Yeah,
do.
you spell
I have
it.
it on the computer. I have three monitors set up at work, and I have one of them strictly for strictly just for that. Just because like it's fun to watch. It's really good. It's like entertaining, but it's just crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
like it's cool because that's another thing I've talked about too. Because I have family that are cowboys, like in that industry and stuff. Like they don't get a lot of notice for that type of stuff, and
Yeah.
all that stuff that they do is the stuff that they do on a daily basis.
yeah.
Like team roping, all that stuff. So being able to watch them do it, see who's the best at it. Like I know we're gonna get into the next one of the other rodeo that we got to do, but we'll wait till we get there. But it was just cool. It was really
Yeah.
cool to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was awesome, cool. I think for all of us, kind of stepping into the rodeo scene and kind of figuring out like what each event was and how they do it, and then watching, because I mean these are all ranch hands, most of them are, and they just like devote themselves to like making this craft. I mean, 100% their life.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's where, I mean, like when we're out there, I mean, it's not just adults doing this. I mean, you see freaking like 12-year-olds riding horses. And I mean, I rode a horse, and like, I mean, for the dude, like that's a lot of animal in between your legs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for some 12-year-old just be out there freaking just running around, I'm like, dude, that's freaking crazy. But I mean, it's the culture, it's them for freaking, like you said, it's what they do. And I mean, they come here to perfect a craft and show it off. And I mean, that's it. And I mean, not just, I mean, the money and the prize is a big part of it, but they also, I mean, not to say they don't get the bragging rights of being like, yeah, you're the fastest freaking calfer and stuff like that. But it's awesome culture to see how many people and their families and just the younger generations getting into it.
Has that been around for a while?
The West Texas Ranch Rodeo.
3 years.
I think, yeah, it's their third year doing it.
Third year. Very.
Yeah, it's fairly new. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so yes, the main contact with them was Randy Whipple. We talked from the very beginning. Kind of talked about what he was wanting to show, what he would like to get more exposure to in the video. And then once I explained it to the team, I mean, we went out there and I mean, we showed everything that they could post. And I mean, it was an awesome experience to be able to show that to the world and be able to like, yo, this is going on in Amarillo, Texas, and to get that much of an exposure and a feedback was kind of awesome for all of us, I think.
I'm just ready for more. I'm ready
Oh,
for
yeah.
more to come here for real. I mean, I would love to see us working on stuff like PBR.
Oh, yeah, that would be
the
awesome.
next rodeo that comes up. Like, it's fun.
Well,
Yeah.
kind of funny you say that, because we did go to the next rodeo, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
So before I do and move on to that, again, a great an amazing shout out to at West Texas Ranch Rodeo. Thank you again for letting us come and film and provide a great service and show off what you guys do. Like that's one thing that we love that we were able to do is just show you guys off.
Yeah, thank you for giving us the opportunity to have the freedom to like work in the arena, like get down there, get some of the best footage we could.
Yeah.
I mean,
almost died.
yeah, I mean, like dadgum, dude, like it was crazy. It was like right there. Like you had the bars and then you're in there, you're just recording everything. It's like you're right there. It was like,
that was awesome.
It's unlike anything. So thank you so much for that. That was awesome. That was amazing.
But then we can move on to the Coors Rodeo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great time. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Cowboy Coors Ranch Rodeo, provided by the Coors Cowboys Club. They were an awesome sport. They seen what we did with the West Texas Ranch Rodeo, and then we sold them on the same idea, just exposure. They've been doing this for I think it's like over 3 decades.
Yeah,
I want to say.
It's been
a long
And so it was some that was a big, I guess, opportunity to be a part of, knowing that we had done a rodeo before, but this was kind of a step up for events, fan base, everything like that. And so I think we went in with the same mindset as we did with the West Texas Ranch Rodeo, showing that we were going to show, like, bring it to the world. But this one was, it was a little bit different.
It was,
It was a little different.
Yeah, this
I
one,
liked it though. I liked it. I think it was cool because like we got to work in different areas, like because we didn't have the access to going down into the arena area, of course, because the way that was set up, it wasn't like West Texas.
there was no
Ranch.
safety area.
Yeah, no safety area at all. It was just you're in the action.
Yeah.
So like the way we got to like pivot and work with that, it worked really good.
So what were the main differences?
Size, dude. It was like 3 times the size.
Yeah, it was the size of the events.
Oh yeah, same
was.
place, same place,
Yeah,
man. But
it
it
was-
felt totally different.
Yeah.
Because like
And how far apart? Like a month apart?
yeah, a month and a half.
Yeah, a month
And
and a half.
dude, it was like the eruption of the crowd was wild.
No, yeah,
Like,
and it's because it's rodeo season right now. So like every month there's a different rodeo event here in Amarillo.
and we have so many big ranches nearby. You know,
Yeah.
like I have family that works on the Lit Ranch, and that was
Oh,
one of
that's crazy.
the ranches that
Yeah.
was in there. So it's like it's just cool to see. And man, yeah. So basically, to say sizing wise, it was totally different. Just because like they did different events that they hadn't been doing at West Texas Ranch Rodeo. They did the what do they call that with the the sheep. The sheep. Do y'all remember what that was called?
Oh, the one where the kids rode?
Yeah. Yeah.
Buckham Bronco or something like that. It was something like
have a
that. Yeah,
name that I
it was for
think
the
it
kids.
is,
Yeah, it was for the
I
kids.
want to say it's like I don't want to get it wrong. If it's bad, I'll just cut it. But mutton busting, does that sound
Maybe.
about
I
right?
think so. Maybe. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
It was crazy.
If not, it should be the name.
Yes, it should.
But the toughest
We need to
one,
call it mutton bust.
the toughest 1 ounce was wild to
No,
watch.
yeah. So I don't think any of us, well, us three that made it to the event, but that we had ever seen that before was the what was it? The toughest
The
ounce?
toughest ounce. Yeah.
Yeah. So if one of y'all want to explain to the people so they can figure it out.
Do you want me to? Okay,
Yeah,
so,
go ahead.
So the different ranches, they had like a team of like maybe 2 cowboys, 2 ranch hands that were going out, and they had to rope one of the cows, and then they had to like get the rest of the team that was on foot to grab her. And then they had 1 bottle. They had to get at least 1 ounce of milk while she's fighting. Like,
oh my goodness.
and
No,
it
yeah, hold the
was-
cow still.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
it was
people are getting thrown around. People are getting trampled over each other. It's
No, yeah.
it was wild.
no. And then you had a
they had a circle that they had to run to. So like you have like one guy who's like on the opposite side of the arena and he's running here.
they started playing funny music, to him running. Because, it was good. I mean, like, I don't know, like 100 yards. Yeah, like a good football field from one side to the other. Yeah, and freaking after.
Events, like, are they based off actual like
Yeah, it's all
applicable situations?
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah,
There was,
Milk,
Yeah,
right?
'cause there was-
Like, we got to go do it.
No.
So, made an event
tune
out of it?
roping.
Yeah, exactly.
exactly.
Whoever do it the fastest. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, basically
straight up.
pretty much.
Just, real life events. They just said, "You want to make a game out of this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who can do it the fastest? Yeah, no.
The
it's-
bronc
it's-
riding for that one was another level.
Oh yeah,
That was intense. It was
Another-
intense.
and it was back to back. Yeah, they had so many guys out there.
Like, man, when I was down right next to the wall, there was this one point where a horse was bucking and he kicked up so much dirt and it hit all of us. But like, it was like big old
Like
chunks of
quads,
dirt.
yeah.
And like just the force from that, and then like the Cowboys staying on. I got this one photo, and it looked like the dude got his head crushed in. Like,
Yeah,
and
yeah, I remember that one, yeah.
Yeah, I remember
one,
that.
like sold and framed to look crazy, but yeah, it was just a fun time, dude. It was
No.
yeah, a lot of fun.
Didn't Visit Amarillo actually use that on their stuff?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did. And then
There we go.
Bailey Hat Company.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
got-
Bailey Hat Company.
Bailey
Oh,
Hat
you
Co- yeah,
didn't
shout
you
out.
get a hat?
Yeah, I
you
got a
gotta
hat.
from
Yeah,
Bailey Hat
my
Company,
buddy
yeah.
Jason. Yeah,
Yeah,
Jason.
Jason. He
Ash.
was the MC for the event, so we'll
Amazing.
throw a tag in there.
A
if you
lot
get
of
to-
fun, dude. He was a really nice guy. He knows my family and like super genuine, super kind. And yeah, dude, I got a hat. Like it was awesome.
And I bought
Like,
some boots.
Yeah,
he
there we
got
go.
some
Yeah, you
nice
did buy some boots.
Like some nice
Not to
boots.
not to shout out anybody, but we did get to see the 4-6's like ranch go out there
4-6.
and perform, and that was pretty cool because that was like I guess the ranch celebrity out of everybody. They were like
Yeah.
the 4-6, the 4-6 is going to be here. We're like, all right, heck yeah, and they were, and I mean it was not throwing shade or anything at them, but I mean they did hard, but I mean every other ranch group went out there, and I mean they gave it
tore
their
it
all,
up.
yeah.
Tool ranch.
And so
lit.
it's it was
Yeah.
legit to see them, and I mean you see how hard these guys work at this how hard they work at their craft, and then once they get there, trying to put it into action on like under pressure like that. I mean, because yeah, like even that cow one, like there was sometimes, I mean, dude, you're hanging on to a cow, and I mean that's all you got is you, and that freaking cow was dragging one dude like 50 feet across
Yeah.
the
And he didn't
thing.
let go.
No, yeah, and he was
He held on.
yeah, he was just hanging on to his buddies went over there and
Yeah.
steered it up. But I mean, yeah, it's a crazy thing. Like I said, going out there and seeing. I mean, these are animals. These are huge animals.
Mhm.
And I mean, for these guys to go out there and freaking just put a freaking steer in a headlock and being like, "Yo, I'm gonna take you down," it's freaking like you got to have some like massive freaking
Cojones.
cojones, you know, to just be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna freaking subdue this cow like that," and it was an awesome thing to see. And like I said, there was a lot of cool people out there. The Coors Cowboy Club, they hooked us up with a lot. They got a lot of stuff going out there at the Tri-State Fairgrounds.
I ate my food, or I ate my weight in barbecue.
There we are. Yeah,
that's
no,
right.
and also,
Oh, yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
so the Cowboy Coors Ranch Rodeo was a 3-day event, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And then so we covered Thursday and Friday. Then Saturday morning they had the old school chuck wagons.
Oh yeah.
And so what they did is it was a timed cook, and you bought a ticket and you got one plate and you went to whatever chuck wagon you wanted to, and they would serve you chicken fried steak, mashed potatoes, cobbler, and a roll. Handmade. I mean, from scratch. Like we were watching them like cook it, and they were like, "Yo, y'all ready?" And so and I mean that was the best. Like I mean, homemade food you're watching. Even the cobbler, like they were making it right there on the ground.
Yeah.
And so like it was legit. Yeah. No, we were like, "Yo, we're about to eat." Yeah.
They're putting like
Yeah.
coal on top of it. To
Yeah, there
cook it.
goes. 3G.
Yeah, shout
There
out to
goes.
the 3G's wagon.
Yeah, 3G's chuck wagon. They were awesome people. I think he got a photo of one of the
Yeah.
the gentleman cooking on there. Yeah. So
Yeah,
that was
sharing.
if we find him, we'll give him a tag.
Not the
No.
But he was wearing an awesome hat and had this great.
Yeah, awesome mustache. Yeah, he fit the part. We saw him inside the day before. We were like, dude, that's the freaking rodeo guy. And he was cooking for us the next morning. So that was awesome. But no, yeah, a lot of great food, a lot of great people, great events. And like I said, we should have the video coming out here in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. We did the
the cattle drive, the parade. Yes, on
Oh, yeah,
Polk
I forgot
Street.
about that.
Yes, they do the cattle drive every year on Polk Street. They bring the Longhorns.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Start them off on South Polk Street, go north, make it all the way down to Mars by the fairgrounds, and I mean it's the entire thing. I think I don't know how many Longhorns were out there, dude.
Gosh, dude.
Like
There's-
there was like 40 of them, something
I'd
like
have
that.
to- yeah, I'll have to look through my photos again, but yeah, it's like there's a lot.
Yeah,
for
like
sure.
there were so many, and then they had a lot of local businesses out there in the parade. Got to catch that, and like I said, it's just it was a good event for a lot of local businesses to be able to join in on stuff like that. And so while we were out there, I mean, there was a lot of booths, like we said, there was hats, boots, and stuff like that. But there was also a lot of local businesses that were able to go out there and kind of showcase their businesses out to the rodeo crowd and fan base. So yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Man.
Yeah, it
Great
was
time.
Yeah.
a lot
So
of fun.
again, that was at Coors_Cowboy_Club. If you would like to go and hit them up and see their highlight video that we have in store for them.
Yeah. Because we got a lot, dude. I think back, like,
Yeah,
we got a lot.
yeah,
'Cause,
that-
like there was long hours, but it was like it felt like it just was like a snap of your fingers and it was over.
No,
It was so
so much
fast
stuff going on.
paced, but so good.
Is there a clear winner? I'm not.
Man.
At the end of it, they announce all the winners. Yeah, and each one it's not like anybody doesn't go home with anything. It's the level of winners, and I think it's like I don't know if they do it by places or gold or whatever, but there you walk away with something.
Get
anything,
saddles.
yeah, anything from. I mean, these saddles. I mean, I've been to those places, and I mean, those saddles cost like $5,000.
Thousands of dollars.
Yeah, and so
thousands.
they either you walk away with the saddle. I think one like the main winner
buckles.
The main winner got a trailer, like a horse
trailer.
Yes,
trailer.
yes, yeah. The grand prize was a horse trailer to use for a year with your logo on the side of it.
Oh wow.
And they
It was
put
a
it
nice
on
one,
right
too.
there, like as soon as it finished, they were freaking on it right on the logo.
Yeah,
So they were
nice
like, you drive it out of here. They were like, yeah. So I mean, it was legit. There's a lot of money in the cowboy world. So I mean,
dude.
yeah, there's
I'm just gonna throw this out there while we're talking about it. I just saw a video of a horse that sold for $1.7 million.
yeah.
And it was so it was, I want to say she was a cutting horse, and she's also one of the daughters or descendants from Stevie Ray Vaughan, who Stevie Ray Vaughan is a horse from Metallic Cat, if I'm not mistaken. And like, if y'all don't know who Metallic Cat is, like, you should look up who Metallic Cat is. It's one of the best cutting horses like in the world. And it was.
So we can tell
totally
Austin's been down the cutting rabbit hole.
It's like I said, it's usually something I watch like every
That's
day.
awesome.
It's like, it's a bad obsession.
That's great.
Well, I guess the next thing that we can move on to, Mac, I can ask you actually. You guys actually got to go to the Amarillo Film Society social hour, and then you
Yes.
got to do and represent some stuff with the Amarillo Film Commission. So, do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yes. I guess it follows up after Mrs. McSwain's interview.
Yeah.
Yes.
And she encouraged us all to go out for social hour. So open air, and we watched the film, and the film was amazing. And
Yeah.
what she did was to help bring this community together, helping bring film to Amarillo, and holding social. Every Monday she goes to the movies and invite.
Yes, yeah, they do. It's a social movie thing. They pick a movie, you go out, and then everybody watches it together every Monday, I
We
believe.
met a guy, man. He's been documenting road runners.
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
past
yes,
5
at
years.
Paladro Canyon. Yes,
And
yeah, and to where, dude was explaining it the way he's been following a female roadrunner and watched her find her mate. They made it in front of him, he became one of them, to where like he goes out there and freaking like finds her like right off the bat, and he knows which one it is, because we're like, how do you know which one it is? And he's like, well, she has like a limp in her leg, and he's like, I see her all the time, and they've like accepted me to where they don't run away or anything like that. And he's also, I just document freaking roadrunners. We're like, dude, that's freaking awesome.
That
And
is awesome.
and he's like, it's just patience. Like that's the one thing. And I'm like, I don't have any of that. And so I'm like, but he's like, dude, I mean, like, to make something about it. And he's talking about like making a documentary and stuff like that, going to PBS. And so, it was an awesome opportunity. The open air. It was shot by Cole Breakville, I believe, with Roosevelt Films. He's the one who shot that and did all the documentaries and stuff like that. And it was a very cool thing to be able to see all the local artists get their chance to like get exposure for themselves and give kind of an idea and an opinion on what the art and film. I think it was just art
Yeah.
scene around here was. But they showed a lot of the murals. A lot of the people aren't locals, and so they brought a lot of the people to. I think they were Texas locals, but not Amarillo locals, to come do those murals. And so, I mean, some of them are like, I mean, huge artists. And I mean, there were some cool murals that we saw on there that were, I mean, some really cool ones. I think there was one that had to do with the rodeo, and I mean, dude, that one was legit. They showed, it was a whole side of a building, and it had, I think, one dude like jumping on the bronco in the middle, and then like 4 or 5 dudes on horses just watching him. And I mean, it looks legit. Like it looks real. Like I'm like, dude, that's freaking tight how they can do that.
Shout out to Blank Space Murals. I believe this.
Yeah, Blank Space Murals. Yeah, and so like he did an awesome job bringing exposure to the art world, especially like I think Rise Up, Co has been a big part of that. And with those murals, I think it's just crazy. Like they said, they wanted to bring revitalization to Amarillo, and they're like, why not just, I mean, we have blank canvases. Like that's the thing, is it's blank spaces that we can cover up with art and show like local talent on there. And I mean, dude, there was so much in there that, I mean, the thing is, like, there's not enough exposure because there was people on there. I was like, dude, I've never even seen these people before. But it's the thing of not knowing is just nobody's bringing attention to it, and I think that's the big thing. Like they're doing, we're doing. The Film Society, Kate McSwain, Sherman Bass, like they've been nothing but helping us out. And I think with these kind of outlets, I mean, it's not hard for Amarillo to get the exposure it needs to, especially in the art, the film, like anything
Yes.
that we're doing. It's not hard. It's just somebody has to take the step to start to get going.
No, totally agree. But again, I really appreciate everything that Kate McSwain does for us. The Amarillo Film Commission, Amarillo Film Society. They've been nothing but great people and been able to point us in the right directions of
Right.
any and everyone that we need to get a hold of,
Yeah.
and trying to make sure to help prompt us up as well as trying to help them too.
Yeah. Kate McSwain and Sherman Bass, they've been there since the beginning for
Yeah.
us, which is
Yeah.
awesome. Like they're very gracious, very kind, very helpful.
Mhm.
They want to see this stuff succeed, which is really cool because
Yeah.
like, film here, anything in that regard, like it's been around, but we haven't seen much of it until like the last couple of years.
Yeah,
And so
exactly.
seeing them shine the light on it
Mhm.
is, I mean, it's a dream come true. It's honestly like a
Yeah.
blessing. So I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you guys got the opportunity to do that. And then I can move on to Sage over here. You got to come out with us and have some fun at the Route 66 Festival.
Yeah, man.
And guess what we got to do? We got to watch some wrestling.
We got to watch some wrestling.
That's
It
awesome.
was so much fun.
Was it hot?
Oh,
my
God.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
yeah. So they set the ring up out in the middle of the sun. I mean, where else are you gonna put it?
Yeah.
It wasn't their fault, but yeah, the ring was in the middle of the sun, and it was just baking hot. But worth it. Our cameras were shutting off. They were overheating.
Yeah,
It was hard to get
hey.
the footage, but we got it.
I felt the canvas and it was hot.
Oh,
Like,
dude,
when
I
they
can
were
imagine.
slamming
Yeah.
on it.
You want
Yeah,
me
it
to get?
made sense as to why they were fighting on the concrete after that.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
keep
You
going.
want me to get in a speedo and lay down on some hard freaking mat? I'm good.
No,
Yeah,
it was fun. That was cool.
it's legit.
I was never into wrestling as a kid. Like I just never got into it. But like this was like seeing what goes on behind the scenes and like how you set the
Yeah.
stories up and like
Seeing it 3 feet in front of your face.
it's
Yeah,
so much fun.
yeah. No, it's
I get
awesome.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for that one, we actually had, it was the Love Machine.
The Love Machine.
Tino
I think he
Valentino.
does his
Yes.
little freaking. Yeah, there you go. He's got it. Yeah.
Him and his partner reached out to us, and actually they were seeing if we could help them out with it, and we decided to go ahead and help them film it. So we did kind of a little bit of a showcasing over at the Big Texan, where we got Mr. Texas Damo to come in and try and do the 72-ounce steak challenge. He failed because the Sheik came in and tossed his hat, which is obviously not a good thing to do in Texas.
The Texas no.
No. And from there, we got to see the whole thing play out actually at the Route 66 Festival, which was an amazing time too. Again, shout out to them for hosting that, as well as the Amarillo Chamber of Commerce, everyone out there else that was out there.
Visit Amarillo was a big part of it.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, the garage. Yes.
Shout
That's the
out.
venue. Yes.
They did a great job of hosting that.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another shout out to me because I did bring those little pop-ups, and that's the only thing that saved us,
Look
bro.
at that, dude. Like, yeah, that's
I
awesome.
have no hair. I would have been completely burned.
Yeah,
alive.
you would've
Like,
died, bro.
it would have been so bad. Like those came in handy.
No, but that's awesome. Yeah, I think local wrestling is a big thing that they're trying to bring into
Right.
place.
Yeah.
And so with their production company, which is Nacho Daddy Wrestling, they're trying to bring more of that talent to Amarillo and try to show the local wrestling scene. And with that, I think it's an awesome opportunity not just to showcase wrestling, but showcase stories within the wrestling entertainment industry here in Amarillo. And I think that's what they're trying to build. And I think they got a good foot set forward, that they're on a good platform to be able to do that. And because I mean, I was into wrestling when I was a kid, and now I mean, there's so many different people now that my stepson's just like, yo, you know who Roman Reigns is and this person, and they don't like each other. I'm like,
did you have it at a local level when you were growing up?
no.
It's like
And so
WWE
yeah,
stuff.
and so
It's
like you had to
yeah,
wait,
it's
like you
mainstream stuff.
no, now it's you got these guys that are, I mean,
They're
dude,
in
and I
your
mean,
backyard.
for us watching wrestling, well, that was when like we watched. That's when like if you
Yeah.
wanted a local, it was backyard wrestling.
Yeah,
yeah, you had to buy tapes that you weren't allowed
Yeah.
to. Yeah, like yeah, stuff like that, and that's but to see it like these, and I mean with wrestling, there's a point of sacrifice like within that
Oh,
freaking
yeah.
industry
Yeah.
to not only themselves but I mean to their bodies, to physically
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And so for these guys to just be like, yo, I want to bring this out to freaking kids who they can't go to a show or they
Right.
can't see it live because they can't afford. I mean, these big place tickets, you know what I mean? And so for these guys to put themselves on the line and their time and their bodies and stuff like that, it's really cool to see them be able to like put on events like this and be able to bring these kids out there. Because I mean, in the footage I saw, I mean, these kids are out there like yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and stuff like that. And so it's
I got two
legit.
kids, like almost give a chair up into the ring. I didn't
Oh,
mean
yeah.
to. I was like, "Dude, give him a chair," and they were like, "Really?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't know, dude."
Yeah, see, they're getting into it. Yeah,
Instigate. Like, do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like this is exactly what I'm saying though. Is that like I it was so mainstream growing up, and I wasn't even into it. That to think that it's on a local level, like it surprises me that Amarillo has a local wrestling.
Yeah,
scene.
it-
Like,
Oh, yeah.
that's-
It's a scene
cool.
that's
Yeah.
been around for a while, but it hasn't had the light shined on it. Like
Yeah,
you said.
no.
Like
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean,
That's right. Now.
obviously everybody knows about Terry Funk, but like
Oh, yeah.
Terry Funk was amazing. Like he was
Oh, yeah.
a celebrity in that industry, and he's from here. It's
No,
like,
yeah,
you
and
know,
I think back in like I don't know if it was the early '90s or '80s, he fought Ric Flair over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. So and I mean that's how and so I mean it's stuff like that I think back then, I mean I'm sure there was some kind of local stuff, I mean, but it was in like social media the way we have it now to these where these guys can show their showcases, their talents, whatever you want, and share it on social media. But I think the biggest thing is like here in Amarillo is like we said, shining a light on the scene and being like, yo, this is going on. Because I mean a lot of people don't know that it's going on, and once they see it and they're like, who are these dudes? Oh, these are local fighters. Like, oh, where can I find out more information about this? And that's where it's good exposure for all these people to know that we can give a light to them for people to
It'll
like
stimulate the community.
yeah, exactly, to want to find out more about it. Yeah.
You said it perfectly though. You said like they sacrifice a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
and I kind of look at it like and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong in this thought process, but like I look at it like college football compared to the National Football League, like
Oh, yeah.
NFL.
Yeah.
College football, like they have so much to prove because they're trying to make it to the
Oh
top.
yeah.
These guys, like, I mean, whenever you're watching a guy get scratched up in the face with a fork,
No,
like,
I
I don't know if y'all saw, like,
I saw the
footage you showed.
dude, I was like, and I was like, okay, maybe he's like pulling away. No, he was actually grinding.
Yeah.
that was the first fight.
I was like, and then whenever he suplexed him on the concrete, I felt that from 10 feet away.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
get
like,
outta here.
oh,
Yeah.
dude, I mean, I'm getting goosebumps and shaky
I
thinking.
mean, you see him, he hits it, and I mean, you can hear it, and it just, and you just see his.
Dude, yeah, goosebumps, man. Like,
That's
just
crazy.
thinking
Dang.
about it. But
I
no,
miss-
it's
I
fun
missed
to
that.
watch. It's fun to watch, and like you said it perfectly. Like growing up, we didn't have all the social media and stuff. Like, I don't know if y'all ever heard about Combat Zone Wrestling. Has anybody here heard about CZW? Okay, so you should go check out Combat Zone Wrestling. It is crazy. I will go ahead and tell you that. But I remember being like 9-10 years old, watching people get thrown through glass tables with barbed wire, being lit on fire.
Oh yeah,
and it
that's
was
what
like
about, yeah.
wild. And then Japan wrestling, like
Mhm.
man, they go hard in
Oh, yeah.
Japan wrestling too. So it's like it's cool to see.
A game show like Japan has game shows.
Oh, MXC. Yeah. MXC.
They look like so much fun.
They
look
do,
like
yeah.
they're having a blast. Anyway,
Yeah.
continue.
Yeah. I like talking about this stuff. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know we're following the list and stuff, but man, just that was such a fun event. Like,
No, that was
seriously,
awesome.
like,
No, that's cool that y'all got
yeah,
to see that. Yeah.
I mean, like, cause we got some good tacos. Like,
Tacos.
yeah, dude, it was so good. It was like, and it was so hot.
It was.
Like, it was so hot, and then like, just it was crazy.
Isn't it so much better as an adult to go watch a wrestling event, a local one?
Oh
yeah, I'm sure.
WWE was cool growing up, but man, just be right here, interactive with people that you know, storytelling
Oh,
right
yeah.
in front of you.
Oh yeah,
You know?
straight up.
I loved getting to be right up next to the ring, literally like hand on the actual ring, taking the video footage and the photography, feeling the slams, like,
Yeah.
because you're watching it from WWE time. Like when you're watching, you're like, oh man, I wonder what it's like to be right up there watching it. It's like, oh, I got to be right up there watching
Yeah,
it.
that's an awesome opportunity that
Yeah.
we got a chance to do. And well, we should be coming out with more stuff with them here in the future. And so,
Yeah, a lot.
yeah, I think it was Notch
October,
October.
Cactus Cove.
Yeah,
Yeah.
October should be their next match at the Cactus Cove. Definite date. Just keep up with Nacho Daddy Wrestling, and they should be coming up with that here in the next couple of
and
months.
don't forget to go and follow Tio
Tino Valentino.
Yeah, at the
Love Machine
love.
underscore or love
underscore machine
underscore 17.
Yeah.
There you go.
Don't forget
Ooh.
also to follow Texas Damo. Again, thank you again, Texas Damo. You were amazing.
Yeah, I tell you what, Tino, he works out hard too.
Yes,
'Cause, like,
oh,
I was
yeah.
I was at the gym. I was at the gym at Crunch one day. It was like, I think it was like 10:30 at night, and I look over and I was like, "That's Tino." Like, that's Tino Valentino. And then he saw me. He's like, "What's up, Austin?" And he comes up, says hi, and I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, "Bro," he's like so jacked. I was like, "Okay, like, but you have to be in that industry."
yeah.
Like,
No,
dude,
that's
like
what
you
it
said
is, yeah.
perfectly. The sacrifices, the bumps that they take,
Oh yeah.
dude.
You just got to be back up. Yeah. Just got to.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, just keep playing the part. I know your arm's broken, but
Yeah,
just keep going, bro. You'll be all right. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Jordan
that's-
is so driven, man. I like that driven. I like that.
No, yeah.
Drive, and I like that.
That's what I'm saying. They got a fire going. That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
And
because
that's what
every.
I like about it too, because
Yeah.
actors. That's what they act
Oh yeah,
too.
that's what I'm saying.
That's,
we
you have to have a
same thing.
personality.
going
dude.
back to the cattle
Entertainment.
drive, the parade. They were in the parade and they were 100%. As we ran
Yeah.
into them, and they were 100% on it. And so I mean, that's their craft that they're pushing, and we're glad to see them be part of what they're doing and pushing that for the future.
Yeah, I love
I
it.
think it was a great event.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, yeah, that was kind of a recap of all the events we've been to since the beginning of this year, and a lot more stuff coming up during the future. We're just waiting for more local events to contact us. We got a lot more interviews that are going to be taking place here in the studios with local talent, local directors from charities, stuff like that here in Amarillo. And we should be naming those out here in the next few weeks or days, depending on how fast our schedule moves. But as we had talked about, we spread the word about our
Real quick,
our.
shout out to you guys, man. Y'all two been working real hard on those.
Oh. Hey, bro. Hey, we gotta.
I've been at it all like 2
We gotta,
months now.
yeah, no, and that's what this fishbowl. I mean, like we said, we're just trying to communicate and network with. I mean, everybody here in Amarillo, and like the biggest thing is that we're just pushing local, and that's a lot of people. They have nothing but positive reviews to give us, and that's the thing is like if we were out there selling something that nobody would believe in, then we wouldn't been in where we're at today. And so it's awesome to have people that believe in us. And I said, like, going back again, we're calling out the Film Society, Cayman Swain, Sherman Bass. We had Kim Woods on here.
Mhm.
Just a lot of people from day one just said, you know what, you guys have a great idea, and we'd love to be a part of it. And so like that's when we became a part of the Amarillo Film Commission, because they had trust in us. And I
Yeah.
mean that's a huge thing for them to entrust. I mean, young guys like us, and then
Yeah.
bringing on the rest of these guys, like bringing on something like that. It was really welcoming. And so I think what we're doing is it's going to bring light, like we said, to a lot of different scenes here in Amarillo, and I think we're on the right path.
Yeah, if y'all are making good impacts, because like I got to go to the social hour thing at Golden Light for a very brief amount of time. Yeah, and when I was there, Sherman Bass, he came up and he was just like, "So I'm hearing some really good things about Lone Star Slate," and I was like, "Yeah." And so
Yeah.
y'all are killing it.
Yeah, no, we're getting out there. We're spreading the word like wildfire. But yeah, no. So with spreading the word, we've gone out to a lot of local businesses. We've talked about this fishbowl,
Mhm.
and what we've been doing is collecting local businesses cards. And at the end of the month, our last episode, what we'll be doing is picking a card. And with that winner, what you'll be getting opportunity is a 30-second commercial for your business, whatever you like, or I think it was a 15-minute. Let me start over, because that's horrible. How should we?
You're good.
How should we make that sound?
I think from there, what you should do is
Well, we can start over. It's just picking the bowl.
Mhm.
It's like either do like a 30-second promotional video. There it is.
Yeah, 30-second promotional video, or come on and talk about your.
There you go. Okay. Sorry, my bad.
Very good.
Okay.
All right. And so with the fishbowl, we've been collecting these business cards, and at the end of the month, with the last episode, we'll go ahead and pick a card, and the winner of that card picking will get a 30-second free promotional video for their business, and or come on the podcast and do an interview within our studio about your company, business, whatever you'd like to pretty much shout out for a good 15-minute interview to where we can share with our fan base and also yours. And so I believe Sage is going to be the lucky guy to go ahead and pick it. Yeah, you can go ahead and shake it up. Shake it up. Let's shake it up. Let's go. Let's shake it up a little bit. So they're a lot like we saw one on top. And yeah. I'll look. All right. There we go.
Mix that up. And it's this dude. Who are you?
Who is this guy?
Vizanto?
Vizanto. Joe Alex Vila, illustrator and graphic designer. Yes, actually, if you would like to contact us, it looks like you do print, stickers, commissions, hand drawings, books, and more. So yes, we will be in contact with you. Hopefully we can get you on here and talk about what you got going on.
Sam, anything else on there? Any social medias? Anything like
Yeah,
that?
there should be his
Oh,
website.
yes. I believe he has his Instagram at VEZAANTO, Vizanto, for his Instagram. And his website is www.vezaanto.com. So www.vizanto.com. And yeah, again, Vizanto, Joe Villa. Hit us up, bro.
Cool. Congrats, Joe.
Yeah, congrats, boss.
Oh shoot.
Okay, we'll have to cut that part. Yeah, yeah. Awesome, guys. Well, from all of us, thank you again for checking in with us on episode 2. And like I said, we should have more local talent interviews coming up in the future. Yeah, futures. Yes, we got. I think, yeah. Once we get a lot of foot in the ground with a lot of that stuff, we'll be showcasing a lot of it. But yeah, stay tuned, and thank you guys again for listening. Appreciate it.
Chemically